Hey everyone, welcome back to our podcast and the series called High School Memories. My name is Okan Alatas and I will be your host today. So without further ado, let's dive into today's episode and embark on the great journey together. Get ready to be engaged, entertained and inspired. Today's topic will be about Sports Central, where passion meets play. Our first segment is headlines and hot takes. Let's kick things off with the latest headlines and some hot takes. We are covering the most buzzword news in the sports world, from the NBA to the NFL, soccer and everything in between. And of course we will provide our own opinions and analysis. What's your hot take for today? Well, I've got a bold prediction for this week's big game. You will have to stay tuned to find out what is it. Now we are at second segment that is called Player Profile. In this segment, we are featuring an exclusive interview with a remarkable athlete. We will delve into their career, personal journey, and their impact they've made both on the field. Our guest today is Michael Jordan, a basketball star. He wrote history at basketball. He is on top at the basketball. Everyone knows him. He won 6 championships with the Bulls and he named Finals MVP all 6 times. He was NBA's most valuable player 5 times and a 14-time All-Star. He was All-Star Game 14 times and Defensive Player of the Year. He was All-Defensive First Team 9 times and the NBA scoring leader 10 times. Jordan's impact on the game can be seen in a number of ways. Firstly, he popularized the game of the basketball, making it one of the most popular sports in the world. He was a global icon. Now we are at the third segment called Fans Corner, Sports Central. Wouldn't be complete without hearing from our amazing listeners. It's time for Fans Corner. We've received some fantastic questions and comments, and we are going to tackle a few of them. That's right. Our listeners are the heart and the soul of this podcast. We came to the fourth segment, Game Breakdown. Now let's get into some game analysis. We will be breaking down the best game of all time. That was at 1997 Chicago Bulls and with Utah Jazz. Of course, Michael Jordan was the MVP at that game. The game was on June 13. The game ended 86 with 94 Chicago Bulls. At the game, the first round Jazz scored 23, Bulls scored 17. Then the second round Jazz scored again more. They scored 21, but Bulls scored 20. Then the third round, again Jazz won the round for 1 point. In the third round was won by the Bulls for 1 point, not Jazz. The Bulls scored 27, Jazz scored 26, but Jazz was still winning. Then the last round, Bulls scored 26, but Jazz only could score 16. The game ended 86 with 90, as I said, for Chicago Bulls. Now we came to our segment number 5, that is called Upcoming Events. Looking ahead, we will give you a sneak peek at the exciting sports events up in the next week. Whether it's the playoffs, a championship match, or a major tournament, we've got you covered. And don't forget, we will share our predictions and what to watch for in each of these events. Now we came to our last segment. That is the 6th segment. In this segment we will talk about history. This segment is called History of Basketball. The sport that is very popular in our daily life, basketball, first began in 1891. It was invented by James Naismith as being a less injury-prone sport than football. He was 31-year-old graduated student when he created the sport, keeping players indoors during the winter. The game became established quite quickly, and it grew very popular into the 7th century. Now let's come into the 3 facts about the history of basketball. Oh, there's a fun fact. The first hoops were actually just peach baskets, and the first backboards were made wire. Like imagine, you throw the rubbish to the rubbish bin, like they created the game like that. The game became an official Olympic event at the Summer Games in Berlin, Germany in 1936. The original 11 teams of basketball were the Boston Celtics, Providence Steamrollers, New York Knickerbockers, Philadelphia Warriors, Pittsburgh Ironmen, and Washington Capitals were the East Division, and Cleveland Rebels, Detroit Falcons, Toronto Hawkeyes, Chicago Stags, and St. Louis Bombers were the West Division. You can see that the names changed a lot from that time. So, thank you so much for joining us this episode of High School Memories. It's been an incredible journey, and we are so glad you came along for the ride. Until next time, take care.